What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It is Teacher Appreciation Week this week. Make sure that y'all show love to a teacher, educator, somebody in your family, somebody in your friend circle, your friend group. Okay? Can y'all hear me? I'm about to come on here now. But I want y'all to get the message. Okay? Uh-uh. Hey, y'all. Hey. Sorry about that. Let me do my roll call. Both my Tracys are here. Hey, what pulls my teeth? Hey, Lock Queen. What's up, little baby? Yes, celebrate a teacher. Celebrate a teacher. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? Y'all make sure y'all go out here and y'all show a teacher some love, honey, this week. Y'all can do, even if you just have a school in your neighborhood, you could just show that school some love. Send the teacher some donuts, honey. Drop off some gift cards or something. If you have a friend or family member that is a teacher, just, show them some love. Just call them and say thank you for what you do. Listen, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Hey, Below, what's up? All right, let's get into some things, y'all. Ain't a whole lot going on. We're going to talk about a few things that kind of happened over the last couple of days. Let me share this out. I don't know what it is about the weekends. It seems like the notifications are really, really, really bad on the weekends, but it's all good. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how YouTube be playing with us. Y'all know. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. That is not what I meant to do. Okay. All right. Hey, Danny, what's up? Do I still have an Amazon wish list? Ah, no. I mean, I do, but I don't. I haven't updated it. I do. I haven't updated it. Um, Let me look. Tracy, let me look at what I have, and then I can update it. I'll work on it. I'll update it, and then we can come back to that if you want me. If you want me to. If you want me to. You watching the playoffs with still listening? Child, I got the playoffs on too. You know I do. Hey, I got the playoffs on too, child. Oh no, Tracy. You have to be careful. I've done that before too. You have to be careful. I've sent stuff to my mama house. My mama and my mother had to send out a message in the group chat and was like, "Did somebody order yada yada yada?" I was like, "That was me." Glad I didn't order nothing. I didn't want my mama to know I ordered it. Okay. Because that would have been ugly. Okay. That wouldn't have been cute at all. But anyway. Hey KK, what's up, C Golden? Hey Lawrence. Hey, what's up, Sweet Pea? Okay, people coming on in. People are coming on in. How y'all doing? C Golden, I have not forgotten about you, baby. We're gonna jumpstart this. Not jumpstart it. Just I don't know if I can commit. I ain't gonna say I can't commit. I have to do a better job of managing my time. But I did not forget about the book club. I just have been really trying to get caught up on my videos. But I'm gonna dedicate a day, and that's gonna be my book club day, and that's just gonna be it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That will be book club day. So I think it's gonna be Thursday, because I think Wednesday is gonna be the day that we really try to do the teacher project, and then Monday, my Tuesdays are already spoken for. So I think it's gonna be Thursday. But you forgot to see. I don't want people to forget, y'all. We're gonna get this going. This is why it's hard to do book clubs. It is a commitment. Book clubs are a commitment. It is really hard, especially if you want to do it right. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Hey, Monk Chip. Mwah! How are you, dog? All right, y'all. I got it. All right. So for my members in the room, get ready, because we're gonna start this off with a stuff we did not ask for. We have a really good stuff we did not ask for. Oh, look at that. Thank you. Somebody just sent me a cash app. Thank you so much for teacher appreciation. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Y'all know I don't say government names, so I don't want to say your name wrong. I mean, I don't want to call out your government name. How do I have time management issues? Child. Child. Woo, how do I have time management? Baby. And I'm really good with like work stuff. Like I'm not one of those people that I don't procrastinate. I very seldom wait to the last minute to do anything. But like for example, this is the first year that my taxes have listen, I had to file an extension for my taxes. I have never, and when I say never, since I was 18 years old, since the first however old I was, the first time I filed taxes, my taxes have never been late. Ever been late. And I had to file an extension this year. I mean, it just got away from me. I looked up and I was like, shit, it's April 1st. And I have a person that does my taxes, and she had sent me emails like, girl, what you doing? And I just, so matter of fact, I just sent her the last of the paperwork I need to send her. I just sent her the last of the paperwork because I had sent her stuff, but it was some new stuff I needed to give her. Right, exactly, Tracy. And I hate filing my lipstick late. I mean, lipstick. I was reading what Chipmunk said. I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling of my taxes not being done. Like, generally, my taxes are done before February is over. Like, I get my I get my W-2s together by the end of January. I've already made my appointment. I think what threw me off this year, or what's thrown me off, is that she's doing everything online now. Like, you just upload all the paperwork. I used to go to her office and I would sit down with all my stuff. We would talk it out. We would go through everything. And she files electronically. So boom, boom, boom. It would take maybe about an hour and a half, because I ain't got that much to worry about. It would take maybe about an hour and a half. And my taxes would be filed when I left her house. I'd give her money and they'd be done. But now you got to upload everything. Then I got to type all this stuff out and what it is. I don't like doing them like that. I don't like doing it like that. You mailed yours on the last day, child. Thank you, Monk Chip. This is my Milani. Make believe. I'm gonna put on a different color. I've actually been wearing different colors, but I seem like I keep going back to this. You just got your tax refund from 2020, child. Girl, I don't think I'm getting nothing back. I think that's another reason why I wasn't in no hurry. Because I think I'm going to end up owing, which is even worse, because I really don't want to owe them late. Because, I filed an extension, so I should be okay. But, I don't want no penalties and stuff, child. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, taxes are paid, not so much the regular 1099 or W-2. It's the business. Yes, and I think, Diva One, I think that's what it is. When all I had were my W-2s, and all I had to do was, find my write-offs and my that was fine. But now I have a lot of paperwork. I got a lot of stuff to pull together. And I think that was part of it too. I was thrown off my job, sent my W-2 in January. Yeah, I think that's part of it too, Diva. I have a lot of other paper. I have my hands in a lot of buckets. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build some wealth over here. So I'm doing a whole lot of stuff. And that's tax shit, Anyway, let's get into it. Things that we did not ask for. So for my members in the chat, y'all know y'all have y'all member icons that y'all can do. Go ahead and drop the stuff we didn't ask for in the chat. Now remember, for those of you, you don't have to be a member to participate. It's a 1 if this is something that you asked for. It's a 2 if it's something that you didn't ask for. And it's a 3 if it's a hell no, I ain't asked for that, okay? Now for members, y'all have a membership emoji that says stuff we didn't ask for, and then it has yes, no, hell no. Okay. All right, let's talk about it. So, baby, and y'all might have seen this because I saw this, and Tracy, my producer, Tracy sent this to me as well. But child, let me show y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. Where'd it go? Where'd the picture at? Hold on. Child, I gotta go to my pictures. All right, so here we go. Tropicana to release cereal made for orange juice instead of milk. And that's the picture. It's called the Tropicana. Well, on this picture, it says Tropicana Crunch. Cereal that is made for orange juice. Yes, a 1 if we ask for it, a 2 if we didn't ask for it, and a 3 if it's a hell no. Oh my goodness. I see a lot of threes. I see a lot of threes. Listen, ain't nobody asked for this shit. Who wants to put orange juice on their cereal? I Monique, how's it a 2.5? Monique said maybe I'll try it out. Okay, little baby say a 4 because she curious. She is curious. Not in the name of rotten teeth. I just honestly I don't drink milk like I used to. And when I do drink milk now, it's like almond milk. I don't drink regular milk anymore. And every once in a while, I do get a taste for cereal. I don't eat cereal like I used to, but every once in a while, I get a taste for cereal. And usually it's Frosted Flakes or Cheerios. For some reason, it's either Frosted Flakes or Cheerios. When I get a taste for cereal, and I'll go to the store and I'll get a big-ass box of Frosted Flakes, and I'll get a big old thing of milk, and I'll probably eat cereal for maybe 3 or 4 days. And I just have a taste for it. And when that box is gone, or when that taste is gone, then the box. Y'all, if you've been here for a long time, or you've been rocking with me for a long time, you probably remember when I used to have my cereal boxes on top of the refrigerator, and they just sat there until I threw them away because I would eat 2 or 3 bowls of cereal, and then I'd be done with it. But I didn't want to throw the box away because I'd be like, well, who wants to throw away a whole box, a half a box of cereal? Child. But then after a couple of weeks, I'd be like, yeah, let me throw this box away because now it's stale, Hey, Quintessential, what's up, boo? Little baby said, you'll try it out and report it. Okay, you let us know what it tastes like. Try it out and give us a report. Because I don't have no interest in it. I have never had any interest in, I've never had any interest in, because I've seen it before and I've heard people do it before. I ain't never had no interest in no orange juice and no cereal. I just don't understand what that's about. But y'all let me know. For those of you that want to try it out, y'all go ahead and let me know how that work out for y'all. All right. Well, we have some good news and some bad news to report. So we have Mazel Tov, congratulations. Try oat milk. I use almond milk. Try oat milk. Okay, I can try oat milk. You got some Skin So Soft? Oh, you know what? I need to put in an order today, my damn self. I need some more Skin So Soft too. I just used up the last of my Skin So Soft this morning. Because I use it when I get out the shower. Summer, whether it's summer or not, I always use it. When I get out the shower, I use that underneath, and then I put on a little lotion. Hey, Trey Leche. More Haku. I like Haku. Haku is one of the scents that I like. I have all of the different versions of Haku. I need to order a couple of more bottles of maybe I'll order me some parfum today too. My grandfather used to put water in his cereal, but he was brought up poor. Yeah, now I've heard of people using water, and I've ever heard of people adding water to the milk to dilute the milk so the milk will stretch. Yeah, I've heard of that. But orange juice, I just ain't never heard of. But anyway, Mazel Tov, congratulations on order for Andy Cohen. He welcomed a baby girl this weekend. Her name is Lucy. I think Lucy Pearl. But Lucy Pearl was the group. I just made that up. Her name ain't Lucy Pearl. Her name is Lucy, but I just made up her middle name because Lucy Pearl is the group with Raphael Sadiq and Dawn. That was a whole group. I just added stuff. See how I be adding shit sometimes. Anyway, I got you hooked on Haku. I love Haku. It's blended into the cheesesteaks. What's blended into the cheesesteaks? The orange juice would go in the cereal by mistake. So, we know that he already has an older son, Ben, and so now he has a daughter. So congratulations to him. In his new addition, he had a surrogate. He said surrogates are rock stars, which I absolutely agree with. I believe that surrogates are absolutely rock stars. And shouts out to women who are willing to allow their bodies to be a vessel for people who cannot do it themselves, whether it's a married couple, whether it's a single person, whatever the circumstances. So congratulations to you all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have sold my eggs. I wouldn't have been a surrogate, but I damn sure would have donated my eggs because I sure ain't using them. I sure would have. If I knew then what I know now, and you can get up to, depending on your health and all of that, you can get up to $10,000 or more for your eggs. I sure would have donated them. Oh, it wasn't for me. Okay, because I was like, what? I sure would have. Oh, I did buy it and sent it to you. See. I did do that, didn't I? I remember that. See, we were just talking about that. I did that. Somebody said they ordered stuff off Amazon to Abby, and it sent her Abby her whole cart. I did that with Quintessential. I was ordering some stuff for Avon, and I had sent Quintessential something. I think you had won a contest or something like that, and I had sent you something, and then the next time I ordered Avon, I sent it to her. I was gonna be a surrogate. They make banks, but I can't do needles. Now surrogates do make bank. But part of the reason why I never had children is because I never wanted to be pregnant. So me being a surrogate wouldn't be the answer for me. But I sure would have donated these eggs that I didn't use. I sure would have. If I knew then what I know now, if I knew that I could have made money off of that, all I had to do was go in and take out the eggs, and I wasn't gonna use. Shit. I wish I would have. But anyway. We do have some sad news to report. Miss Juicy from Little Women of Atlanta. Also, she was on the Ricky Smiley show for a while. She's an actress. She was also on his reality show. Unfortunately, she had a stroke late last week, and she was in ICU. Now, her representative said that she is now stable. I don't think she's in ICU any longer, but she is still in the hospital, last I heard. So we're going to just send prayers and positive vibes to Miss Juicy for a speedy recovery. Wishing her all the best, wishing her well, and wishing her all the best. And then we have some really, really bad news. Wynonna Judd passed away yesterday. Now, her family released a statement and said that she lost her battle with mental illness, which to me says that she did it to herself. I'm trying not to use the word. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth, but when they say that she lost her battle with mental illness, that's what it sounds like to me. It also was very sudden because they actually were supposed to perform. The Judds were actually supposed to perform today. They were being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, and they were going to perform, and they actually was getting ready to start a world tour. An arena tour. The Judds were actually going back out on tour for the first time in 10 years. So, and I love the Judds. I absolutely love the Judds. I love their story. I love all that they went through. I love the Judds. And I know that she stopped touring back in the 90s because she had been diagnosed with hepatitis. She had been diagnosed with hepatitis, and she said that just the touring schedule was getting to be a lot. And so she stopped touring, but she still made music. I read her bio that she was still out here. You know, she would do acting jobs from time to time, and she was still active. Like I've seen her. We know that Wynonna has had her struggles with alcoholism and bad husbands and all kinds of stuff, but she's been doing a lot better. And then the bio that I read said that the two of them had been estranged until recently. So I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure why they were estranged, but I'm glad that they reconciled before she is no longer here. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown, thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm glad to hear that they were able to reconcile before this happened. But I just hate to hear it because it sounds like she just had some great things coming. I mean, for this to happen yesterday and for her to be inducted today, I don't know. I don't know if it was depression. I don't know what it was. But I'm sorry to hear it. She did have a husband. Remember, she had remarried. And so she is survived by her 2 daughters and her husband. So I'm sorry to hear it. I really, really love the Judds, and I used to love Wynonna, and Wynonna and Naomi. Naomi is the mom. Wynonna was the daughter. Sorry. So anyway, and Ashley Judd, you guys probably know her. She's a famous actress until Harvey Weinstein, blackballed her child. So anyway, so unfortunately that was some bad. Hey, China White. So unfortunately that was some bad news that I had to bring y'all. But yeah, I'm sure that they're gonna have they didn't have a lot of time to put something together, but I'm sure at the Hall of Fame ceremony they're gonna put something together for her. I just hate to hear it. I really, really, really hate to hear it. All right. Okay. Well, let's get into some other stuff. Let's go on and get into. I have a lot of updates. I don't have a lot of news stories today, y'all. I just got updates of stuff we already talked about. We just got some updates. So let's get into the updates. First of all, we got an update on the Blac Chyna story. We know that Blac Chyna was suing the Kardashians. We've been talking about it for the last week or 2 weeks, I guess. And bad news for Blac Chyna, good news for Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian has been dropped from the lawsuit. I don't know why. Based on the judge's instructions, which Blac Chyna's lawyer is not happy with the instructions that were given. Based on the instructions, they dropped Kim Kardashian from the lawsuit. They said that she cannot be considered to be liable or for defamation. That doesn't clear the rest of the Kardashians. Khloe, Kylie, Kris are still at play. The good news, and I'm nobody's lawyer. Y'all know I didn't go to nobody's law school. But the good news is that the jury is still out. Yes, Philly, I'm ready, boo. I'm ready. The jury is still out. And what I mean by that is the judge gave the jury the case on Friday. It's generally, it's a good sign when the jury is out this long, because what it generally means is either A, they're trying, because this isn't a criminal case. This is a civil case. So do civil cases have to be unanimous? Somebody tell me in the chat, because I don't remember. But I know criminal cases do. But generally speaking, that means that people didn't just go into the jury room and be like, oh, well, no, we're not, the Kardashians, the Kardashians are not at fault, and we just, that's a good thing. That means, okay, so no, it doesn't have to be unanimous. So that means that it sounds like they're probably trying to figure out money. Because if it doesn't have to be unanimous and they've been in sequester this long, then I don't know. It just sounds like it could be good. I'm not saying it is good, but it's better than they came back in 20 minutes and was like, Blac Chyna, girl, you was crazy for bringing this lawsuit, girl, bye. You need 7 or 9 jurors to agree. Okay, so it sounds like they don't have 7 or 9 jurors on either side, which means that they in there, they figuring it out. Which is a good thing for Blac Chyna, because the longer that they're in there trying to figure it out, that still doesn't mean that they're gonna come back and rule in her favor, but it sounds promising. Yeah, I agree. And that's my prediction. My prediction, and I ain't saying that that's what's gonna happen, but my prediction is that they're gonna give Chyna some money and tell her go sit down somewhere. Are they gonna give her $300 million? Hell no. Are they gonna give her $100 million? Hell no. But I think they're gonna give her a little piece of change and tell her go sit her ass down. Because at the end of the day, I feel like from what I read, I wasn't in the courtroom, I feel like Chyna proved her case. Chyna didn't have to prove whether they had a good reason for doing what they did. She only had to prove that they did it. I think a lot of people are getting caught up in, oh, well, Blac Chyna, she's a horrible person. Oh, well, Blac Chyna beat Rob up. Oh, well, Blac Chyna, she did this, she did that. She may have done all of that stuff. But the lawsuit is saying that E had agreed to do a season 2, but for the interference of the Kardashians, she would have had a season 2. She would have made money, which would have led to other opportunities to make money. That was what again, I could be wrong, y'all, but that's what it read to me. You think Chyna going to get like 10 to 15 million? You think she's going to get that much? I don't know if she's going to get that much. The lawyer got off first. Kim is still vested in her law career. Yeah, the jury's going to say, oh, I just read that. I believe they need, oh, I read that. Okay. People forget Kim is in law school. Her lawyer figured something out. They must have, child. Kim isn't in law school. She took the baby bar based on California laws. I don't believe Kim has an undergraduate degree. Yeah, no, she's not. No, you're right. She studied because what I didn't know, and I didn't know this, I didn't know that all you had to do was pass the bar. I didn't know that. But yeah, there's another path to getting your law degree, and you're right. I don't even think Kim went to college, but I'm pretty certain she didn't graduate. The only one that I think graduated from college is Courtney and Rob. Courtney graduated from UCLA, I think. I think she went to UCLA, and I think Rob went to UCLA. Both of them went to school in California, and I think both of them graduated. But Chloe and Kim and the younger two girls, to my knowledge, didn't even go to college. But I'm almost certain Rob graduated because I remember his graduation being on the show, like in the first couple of years of the show. I remember pictures and stuff. I believe Philly was, okay, right. So Courtney and Rob. And I knew Courtney had gone to college because that was something she used to, when they used to fight. I used to watch the Kardashians in the early years. Like maybe I've watched like maybe 3 seasons of the Kardashians. And I remember whenever they would get into a fight, Courtney, it would always come up, oh, you think you're better than us because you went to college, or, y'all know how they do, child. That's only in California. Okay. Kim is not all clear. She's still being considered for tampering with Chyna's show contract. Thank you, Mimi. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Verbe. Hey, Boo. I agree, Tracy. She'll probably get somewhere in the lower 10 million. Okay. I think she'll get a lot of money. Yeah, you can get a law degree through basic experience. Her volunteering at the exoneration nonprofit gave her experience. Yeah, I knew she was taking the other path. Like, I knew she wasn't actually physically in law school, but I knew she was trying to become a lawyer. It's only in California that you can take the baby bar and then take the bar as an apprentice. Only in California. Okay, gotcha. They're saying that the judge is incompetent. Yeah, I know there's a lot of problems with the judge and that he only allowed Kardashian Jenner's attorney complicated jury instructions to be given. Yeah, I know that Blac Chyna's attorney is has a problem with the jury instructions. So if I'm gonna say this, if Blac Chyna does lose, please know that they're gonna file an appeal, and that's probably gonna be the main source of the appeal. That and Blac Chyna's cross-examination, because from my understanding, when they did her cross-examination, when she broke down and they were asking her about the revenge porn pictures, the lawyer had those pictures on his desk where the jury could see them. They can't prove that the jury did or didn't see them, but the point was that the jury could see them. And those pictures, they had agreed that those pictures would not come into evidence. And that's why I know the headline read that Blac Chyna wants to redo her cross-examination. That's why Blac Chyna's lawyer was arguing for her to redo it, because they were accusing Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians' lawyer, of tampering and putting those pictures out there that where Blac Chyna could see them and where the jury possibly could have seen them. And that was in a direct violation of what the judge has said. So it wasn't just because Blac Chyna was being a crybaby and wanted to do it over. It was based on some situations. Yeah. So, but that's good news. Again, either way, it's good news for Blac Chyna right now. Now, it might not end up being good for her, but right now it's good news, and it's better than them coming back after an hour saying, girl, go home. Oh, they're being sneaky. See, that might be why Chyna gets money, the revenge. Well, that's a whole separate case. And Rob is going to trial, I think, this month. Well, we're in May. I think Rob is going to trial this month for that. There's a whole separate case for him. And to me, he should be found guilty. I don't see no wiggle room in that. But again, y'all know how the law is. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. But it seems to be very cut and dry for me. Anything with 7 figures is a win. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they'll probably have to pay her lawyer's fees. I'm sure that's probably going to be written in. Generally, with civil cases, that's written in there that you have to pay the other person's legal fees. which means that she'll walk away with that. I just hope that she opened up a damn bank account. How about that? Could somebody take Blac Chyna somewhere to open up a bank account? That's all I'm going to say about that. Sleazy courtroom tactics. Yes, honey. Yes. So that's what's going on with that. Now, while we're talking about the Kardashians, let's just go ahead and talk about this whole RayJ situation. Listen, I ain't been looking at the Kardashians down to the Hulu, but from my understanding, they had a whole situation on the Hulu where they made a big deal about Kanye West getting the last of this tape of Kim Kardashian and delivering it to her real, dramatical and everything, as if Kanye West got the last tape from RayJ, and they had this old janky beat up ass computer that allegedly the tape was on that computer. Now, first of all, let's just start there and work our way back. Even if that particular file had been saved on that computer, nowadays, all you gotta do is put it on a jump drive, put it on a file. You don't have to carry the whole damn computer just for a file on the computer. Like, who do that? Where they do that at? So that's number one. Like, that lets you know right there that all of this was just for dramatics. You have absolutely there's no reason to be carrying around a whole computer these days. If the file is on the computer, you just put it on a little jump drive. You hand the jump drive to Kim. Now, maybe symbolically, Kim wants to break up the computer and be all extra, but let's be real. You don't have to do that. Like, there's no reason to take a whole computer for a file. That's number one. Number two, the story that they talking don't even make sense. So RayJ's former manager had a copy of the tape, and he gave that copy to Kanye West as a good gesture, so that Kanye West could take it to his wife. Listen. Right, that's like carrying around a whole VHS or beta for the child. Go sit down somewhere. She had the computer and the extra hard drive in the video. Right. Who needs the computer? Nobody, like, who would still have the computer? I mean, come on. So not only was there another tape, but RayJ gave the whole computer to his manager. Why would RayJ give his manager the computer? Why would RayJ give his manager, if there were a second tape, why would RayJ give it to his manager? Right, and right, the operative word is copy. So again, you don't need the computer for a copy of the child. Y'all stop playing with my intelligence. But second of all, it did sound stupid when this story first came out a couple of months ago, it sounded stupid. Second of all, in my opinion, if there were a second sex tape, I feel like we would have already heard about it or seen it. That tape is 10 years old. Why are we just hearing about a second tape? That tape 10 years old. Maybe longer. Third of all, let's not forget, from my understanding, allegedly, let me say allegedly, from my understanding, let's not forget that Kim made more money off that tape than RayJ did. Now, both of them made money, let's be clear. But Kim made more money than RayJ did. Because Kim, from my understanding, Kim signed away her rights for more money on the front end versus RayJ, who didn't sign away all of his rights to keep control of, to keep a percentage of a control over the tape. So why would he now... Why would he even bring up a second tape now when, baby, you benefited off the tape more than he did to begin with? Now, with all of that being said, those are the reasons why I believe RayJ when RayJ says all of this is a lie. And I've been quiet for a long time. I've been quiet, and I just can't keep being quiet and let y'all keep talking this story. I just can't keep it. Hey, what's up, Ramel? I just can't keep being quiet like y'all lying. Just like Kim's first husband, he did an interview and he was like, she lying about the marriage. Like, he said, listen, he did an interview with Vlad TV and he was like, listen, I've been quiet for a long time. And I really haven't said anything because there's a whole lot that I could say, and I really could blow this shit all the way up. But I ain't said nothing. I've been letting her live. But some of what she's saying just don't make sense. And so, like, what he said was she was trying to say that the only reason why they got married is because they were high off of meth. She was high off of meth or high off of something. She said, not meth. What she say? Molly or something ecstasy. She said she was high off of ecstasy and that's why they got married. He said, but we stayed married for 4 years. So were you high like the whole 4 years? Like, he was like, when we got married, she wasn't even speaking to her parents. They were estranged. They weren't even speaking. She wasn't even speaking to her family. Like, we were together. Because he said that his kids go to the same school as her kids. So he don't even want no smoke. But he just don't understand why they gotta lie. Like, he was like, why you gotta lie? We got married because we were together. We loved each other. We were young, dumb. We went and got married. It's what happens. It's what kids do. But don't make it seem like you only married me because you were too high. Like, don't do that. We all know Kim is a lie. I never liked her. She was never my favorite child. We know that Kim be on that bull hockey. Did Kim ever pay his mama back for that $120K? Yeah, right. Remember Kim stole that money from Brandy mama? Because I know Kim used to work for Brandy. Mm-hmm. My thing is, why was RayJ still wrapped up with this? Shouldn't he be focused on his marriage? Shouldn't he be focused on his marriage? Or soon divorced from Princess? Ladies, don't do sex tapes for your boyfriend or husband. Well, first of all, I agree. Ladies, don't do no sex tapes. But he wasn't. They brought him into it, Lauren. RayJ has been minding his business. RayJ hasn't said nothing. And even when this story came out the first time, RayJ didn't say nothing. It wasn't until they turned it into a storyline for the TV show. RayJ was like, nah. Y'all lying. Like, I can't keep letting y'all just make shit up. Y'all lying. So, no, RayJ didn't start this. RayJ was over there minding his business. Over there making money off of his tech company. He wasn't thinking about these people. RayJ partner tape was the best part, child. Sounds like Kim married her first husband for survival. Maybe because he was actually he's a producer or something. He got money. He's not well, if his kids go to the same school as her kids, that let you know right there he got a little bit of money. The first time I ever saw Kim Kardashian, I saw her on a like a Hollywood, like, you know, like entertainment television used to do those segments. And she was doing a segment on organizing your closet because that's what she used to do. She was like one of those people that you would hire to come in and organize your closet and organize your kitchen and stuff like that. She was one of those people. And then she was a stylist. And then she became friends with like Paris Hilton and started partying with them at the clubs. And then she did a sex tape. RayJ has been very quiet. I will give him that. He's been minding his business. Wack is the 100th power boy. Yeah, Wack 100 brought this shit up. And y'all know how I feel about him. Because with his whole situation over there with the Meg Thee Stallion situation. I don't believe any of them, Kim, RayJ, and Kanye, are all loose with the truth. Yeah, that's true. Don't mean to interrupt, but I just received my skin so soft, big ass box. Oh, thank you for the support. I'm glad you got it. And thank you for the support. She worked for Paris too. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, because remember, she grew up in the neighborhood. Like, she knew these people, went to school with, you know, rich people and stuff like that. She grew up with them. So, her first husband, they were a couple. They had been together for years. Like, it wasn't no, I like you, you like me, let's get drunk and go get married. Like, and then, like he said, we stayed married for 3 or 4 years. Like, it wasn't no, we made a mistake, let's go get it annulled. They were married for a minute. To me, the tape was whack, but I just wouldn't do it because I do want kids in the future. That would be a lot to explain. Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes. Shit happens. But at the end of the day, I believe the story that was told way back then that Kim did the sex tape because she was trying to get famous. Because if there was a time, y'all might not remember because y'all might be younger than me, but the people who in my age group, y'all know, there was a time where people were becoming rich off of sex tapes. We had the Paris Hiltons. We had the Pamela Andersons. I think Lindsay Lohan had a tape at some point, child. I don't know. But people were becoming very famous and making money off of these sex tapes. And the way the story goes is that she asked RayJ to do the tape for her to get on. And I believe it. Knowing what I know about them or about them Kardashians, I believe it. Because remember, after the sex tape, Kris Jenner talked Kim into doing Playboy. So, anyway, child, that's the update on that, honey. Y'all, right, Philly, exactly. So, all right, y'all. Kim, what? Hold on, what did I say? Kim was trying to get famous, calling the right. Remember, well, all of them did that. Lindsay Lohan, all of them did that. They were called the paparazzi and let them know where they were going to be. I heard Kim's first husband was also tight with BMF and had to go to prison. Then they broke up after or slightly before. Oh, I don't know about him going to jail. I'd have to Google him. I don't know. The Warriors won. Woohoo! Yeah, I don't know about him going to jail now. I don't know. You know, BMF was really heavy into music. You know, they had sort of I mean, they were still selling drugs, let's be clear. But they had transitioned. So, okay. Abby's friend and neighbor down to the Charlotte, DaBaby is once again in the news, child. I don't know why this baby. Listen, now the last situation with the tape that they dropped, y'all know I told y'all, ain't nothing to see here. It's all smoke and mirrors. Everybody done already seen that tape and they cleared him, okay? They done cleared him, okay? But now we find out that back in December, he had rented a property to film a music video. And he told the property owner that he would only have about 15 people there to do what he needed to do on this particular piece of property. But then he ended up having over 40 people there. And I'm sure that they was being loud and doing what people do, you know. So the owner showed up and I guess tried to tell them they had to leave. And a little scuffle ensued where the dude was roughed up by members of DaBaby's entourage. And then he alleges that DaBaby punched him and kicked him or punched him and pushed him on the ground. Listen. And they actually have a video, so there's a video of this. Now, last week, we got another video of DaBaby punching one of his own artists. Now, that's probably just some old man testosterone stuff. The boy probably said something DaBaby ain't like. DaBaby turned around and punched them, and they probably back to being best friends. They probably went to the club later on that night. That's what men do. But, baby, let me tell you something. DaBaby, you was down on that good white man's property down to the LA. You was violating, like Lil Baby said, you was violating the Airbnb rules, because it ain't no Airbnb where you can have a party, okay? Unless it is an Airbnb specifically set up for parties. But if it's supposed to be one of them Airbnbs where people just coming to stay, they are very clear and they are very strict. So, yeah, you being charged with DaBaby has been charged with felony assault. Now, you know, and I know that that's probably going to be bargained down to a misdemeanor. He's going to probably have to pay some, you know, do some community service and maybe, you know, pay some restitution or something like that. But what's going to hit him is, oh boy, going to take his ass to court. He's going to get some civil money off of him. DaBaby going to run up on the right one. Every Goliath has a David. True. DaBaby need a whooping, therapist, and Jesus. He stay in trouble. He does. And I agree. I think he needs all three. He need a whooping, a therapist, and Jesus. I agree. He need all three. All three. He need 1, 2, 3. All three. Whoop, wing. I saw that footage a long time ago. I was wondering what happened. Yeah, and you know, here's when you know that somebody is what's the word I'm looking for? This is where you know that somebody is I saw the video where he hit the artist, yeah. I didn't see DaBaby hit the Airbnb guy, but I did see him hit the artist. Yeah, and the footage that I saw the scuffle. I didn't see who did what, but they have a scuffle. And I feel like what happened was the police was probably going through all the evidence because this happened in December. They just filed charges Friday. So I don't know what the holdup was. I don't know what they was looking for, what they were waiting on. So, but I watched Danny Lynn's brother's going after him too. Probably civilly, but Danny Lynn's brother is not cooperating with the police, so there are no charges. He's not cooperating with the police. And he said he never had any intention of cooperating with the police, but he might sue him. Because, I mean, the tape is clear. Thank you, Philly. Mwah. Thank you. So, yes, child, once again, DaBaby name is all up in some hoo-la-la and roo-roo-roo. Listen, it ain't but so, you know what? This whole situation with DaBaby is very reminiscent of when I was growing up, very reminiscent of Tupac. Y'all remember how it seemed like every other day Tupac's name was in something? I'm not saying he was always guilty or he was always the one starting stuff, but y'all remember, for those people who, y'all grew up in the 90s with me, y'all remember how it seemed like every time you looked up, it was Tupac this and Tupac that and Tupac and Tupac and Tupac and Tupac. Y'all remember that? Hold on a quick second, y'all. I hate when people and their actions get in the way of their talent and blessings. Yes, W. If anyone else gets pregnant by him, they need to have a session with y'all. Her and Future. And Future. I remember, but no, I wouldn't make that DaBaby Pac comparison. Why? I'm only making a comparison from the point of view of it just seemed like every time we look up, it's something with DaBaby. And it's just very reminiscent of every time we looked up, it was something with Tupac. That's all I'm saying. I just watched the Airbnb video and that had to be his security because they were all too tall to be DaBaby. Yeah. He said that the entourage roughed him up, but he's also alleging that DaBaby hit him too. Now that's what he's saying. I won't dare. I can't say that it's true. That's what he's saying had happened. That's what he's saying had happened, Tracy. Now, I ain't saying that that's what had happened. I won't dare with them people. But that's what they saying had happened. But yeah, so we'll keep you posted on that, child. I just feel like it's only but so much time you're going to get out of stuff. Like, he's been real lucky, knock on wood. He's been able to, either stuff falls through or they don't have the evidence or whatever the situation is. It ain't but so long you're going to be able to just slide through. But anyway, who that texting me? What? Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Yeah, eventually your luck does run out, child. Eventually your luck does run out. It's too much. Ayana says she ain't doing that no more. She's tired of getting cursed out. I know that's right. Ayana said ain't nobody got time for all this. Ain't nobody got time for y'all people. Now, last but not least, child, let's get into this APRocky situation. Now, people have been coming for me in the comments. They are mad at me. Listen, I report what's out there. I ain't said it's true. I ain't said that the man did what they said he did. But listen, I got to bring y'all the quick drops. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say y'all love the quick drops. I can't pick and choose which quick drops you like. if the news is coming through, the news is coming through. I got to give you the information. So people have been mad at me about the stuff about the quick drops with APRocky. They told me leave that man alone, let him be in peace. They said leave him and Rihanna alone. Now y'all know I love Riri. Y'all know I love Riri. But listen, if it's out there, it's out there. Listen, I gotta give you. I gotta bring y'all the news you can use. Okay. Now what had happened was, first of all, let's talk about the criminal case, and we're gonna talk about the situation with him and Riri. The criminal case, allegedly, the police had a warrant. A warrant to search his house, and they found multiple guns. So of course they have to test all of those guns to see if the gun matches the ballistics from the shooting that he's been charged with. Now, from what I understand, none of those guns came back connected to the shooting. So that is good news for DaBaby. Lord DaBaby. Good news for APRocky. That none of those guns were connected. However, now they're saying that the police have a tape. So I ain't heard no information about what's on the tape. But baby, if it was APRocky and they got him on tape, that's not going to be good. Now, the other thing I heard that one of the other ASAP people, y'all know ASAP is a whole, I'm going to use organization as a nice word. But they said that one of the other, I think ASAP start with a B, that allegedly he the one that snitched. Alleged. That he is the one that snitched and put DaBaby, I keep saying DaBaby, and put APRocky name in this situation. Allegedly. So it's going to be an interesting thing. This is a hot mess. I feel sad for her. She can't even enjoy her pregnancy and life because every day he or they are in the news, right? I hate when people tell regular people to mind their business about public figures, especially when bloggers discuss that you're not even the one who broke the news. You're just giving... Exactly. I'll be breaking these stuff. Listen, I watch the same stuff y'all watch. I'll be watching the TMZ and the Shade Room and the Jasmine brand. I ain't out here stalking APRocky. I'm just bringing it to y'all and giving y'all my opinion. But you know what else I do on my videos? I knew that piece was long gone. Right, you know that piece ain't nowhere to be found, child. But y'all know what else that I do on my videos? I put a thumbnail up there on every video. You don't have to click on it. If you tired of hearing about APRocky and you want the best for him, I understand that. I respect that. You ain't got to click on the video. Anyway, moving on. ASAP Bari, that's his name, Bari, probably mad because ASAP denounced him because he was out there repping. Ooh, I don't want to say that word. Okay. It be your own people. Either way, DaBaby is going to get in trouble. You are responsible for your entourage and security. So you could be, so yeah, that's true too. He can absolutely, so yeah, even if it wasn't him and it was the security, he could still be held accountable. That's true. That's a fact. That's a fact. ASAP needs to act like nice billionaires kept man. He needs to get tips from Stedman. Ooh, you know what? You know what? But, I'll be honest with y'all. One, because I love my Riri and she looked happy. I really hope that he don't have nothing to do with this and the police can't connect them to it and they, don't have the evidence and they move on. I really do. Because I like my Riri. And I really want her to be happy. And if she like it, I love it. Okay? When the statement was that she lost her battle with mental health, I wonder if that meant oh, yeah. Yeah, Auntie D. Honestly, that's how I read it. I ain't saying that that's how it was meant to be read, but that's how I read it. When they said she lost her battle with mental health, that's exactly what I thought. Now, that might not be accurate, but baby, that's what I had thought. Now, it may not be accurate, but... Child. Right, let Riri enjoy her peace. Yes, I'm with it. Like, listen. Before we get into this last thing, let me just go ahead and say this to everybody. It's 100 people in the chat. Shout out to the 100 people in the chat. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And please hit the like button while you're there. It is both free 99. Okay? It is free 99. Go hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Okay? Now, tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'm about to tell y'all a lie. Tuesday night, make sure y'all join us on Scotty by Nature's channel. The Whether You Like It Not panel is back because tonight we have the premiere, the much anticipated we've been waiting for this premiere for months and months and months of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It is coming on tonight. So we will be fresh after a 5-month hiatus. We didn't think we would be on hiatus this long, honey. We didn't think it was going to take us this long to come back, but we will be back. So please make sure we'll be, it will rotate again like it did last year. It will rotate. So it'll be on Scotty's channel first, and then I think it's going to Terrence's channel. I think either I'm next or Josiah's next. Yarrell, Sakina, all of us are going to be in the rotation. We're all going to be in the rotation. So make sure y'all join us over there for some keys about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know we have a good time. And for the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing Atlanta. And then after the premiere of Basketball Wives, we will be doing both shows. We'll be doing the first hour will be the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then the second hour will be Basketball Wives, child. So at 9 o'clock Tuesday night on Scotty by Nature's channel, that's where we're going to be. We're going to have a good time, child. Y'all know, listen, if you ain't go over there last year, we have a good time. We cuss up, okay? We cuss up. Scotty done already started with me, okay? You know, Riri cursing his ass out in private. Probably. The whole ASAP organization is a mess. Right, young, rich, and skinny. We made it. We waited, honey. We made it. One of your favorite panels. Thank you. What pulls my teeth? I think that's how you found me, didn't you? You found me through the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Was that how you found me, babe? It's probably one of ASAP's friends who wants to take his place being kept by. Child. Oh, we did not. I forgot all about. Okay. I forgot about Joe Budden. Child, I didn't put him on. I know I put him on the thumbnail, but I forgot to put him on my list. All right, we're going to get to him. So the other part of this APRocky situation is that allegedly he done got caught in some woman's DMs, some woman from Britain in her DMs, flirting with her, telling her to meet him down to the Ukraine. Now, of all places, and this was before the Ukraine conflict, but of all places that you had somebody meet you, you fly anywhere in the world, the Ukraine is where y'all going? But anyway, the woman said she didn't meet him because that was when they had travel restrictions and she couldn't get out the country. This was a couple of months ago where they had put the travel restrictions back in place. I don't know if I believe this woman, y'all. I think it might be a clout chase. I'm just going to go ahead and be honest with y'all. I feel like, well, I'm glad that's how you found me, my cancer comrade. Listen, I don't know if I believe this woman. And if I do, and even if I believe this woman, I'm side-eyeing her because she said that she didn't even know who this man was, but that she saw that he had a blue check mark next to his name. And so she asked her daughters who he was, and her daughters told her that's Riri's boyfriend. Yet you were still willing to fly to the Ukraine to go fool-la-la with him. That's my problem. I didn't like that. I don't like that. I don't know if I believe her. And even if I believe her, I don't know if I like the fact that I believe her. Okay. No, I have not. I'm not doing all of that, young, rich, and skinny. You know what he did? You know what, Xavier? You know what? Hold on. Let me rewind what I just said. Because you were absolutely correct. APRocky did admit that that he really does like sex and that he be having sex with all kinds of people, that he didn't really believe in monogamy, that he didn't really want to be in a monogamous relationship. I do remember him saying that now. He was in an interview with Angie Martinez. I remember Angie Martinez interviewed him. And this was maybe about 2 years ago. This was during the panty. It was during the panty when they were like looking for like, stuff to put on the air, like, cheap shows that they can just put on the air. So Angie Martinez had like a series over on VH1 where she interviewed like people in hip hop. And I remember because she interviewed like Queen Latifah and MC Light, but she also interviewed some contemporary people, and APRocky was one of them. I ain't know nothing about no APRocky, but you are absolutely correct. I remember him talking all of that stuff about not really believing in monogamy and him wanting multiple, like having multiple women and all that. So you know what, Xavier, I'm gonna put a pin in that. He may listen. Do I think he loves Rihanna? Yes. Do I think that he's gonna be an active father? Yes. Do I think that he's gonna be faithful to Rihanna? No. No, that's just my opinion. But this particular woman, I'm side-eyeing. That's all I'm gonna say. This particular woman, I'm kind of side-eyeing. That's it. It's sad that Riri is having a child with a proud colorist. It is. I think it's sad that she having a child with somebody who done straight up said that he don't believe in monogamy and he don't have no intention. But maybe they done had that conversation and maybe she cool with it. Like, you never know with Riri, child. But yeah, you're right. All right, let's talk about this Joe Budden situation, and then we're going to go ahead and get off of here. Joe Budden was giving his commentary on the Meg Thee Stallion interview that she did with Gayle King. And in his commentary, he compared what Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation to Evelyn Lozada and Chad Ochocinco, to the point where he was basically trying to make it seem like Chad is off doing his own thing. He living his best life. He got himself a new woman. He got it, he done had another child, and he's doing this and he's doing that. But it's unfortunate that every time his name comes up, he has to live down the fact that he was accused of domestic violence and yada, yada, yada. Basically insinuating that Tory ain't do it just like Chad ain't do it, or that Chad shouldn't have to deal with the label of being a DV, somebody that has performed DV. Now, hey, Six Sad World, what's up, boo? Now, with that being said, first of all, why you feel the need to compare people? Just give your damn commentary, sir. Again, I ain't gonna go down that road of why people don't believe me. I ain't doing that. I ain't having that argument with nobody. I ain't going there. But sir, why you feel the need to bring other people into it? Exactly, Xavier. Exactly. And you're right. It wasn't that he was accused. He did it. He did it. Whether you like Evelyn Lozada or not, whether you think she provoked, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing with the Rihanna Chris Brown thing. People come up with all these excuses about why Chris Brown put his hands on that woman. It don't matter. Chris Brown beat that woman like she was a dude in the street. Neither here nor there. Moving that aside, because I ain't going back down that road either. Joe Budden, sir, you have your own skeletons in your closet. Okay, you got whole ex-girlfriends out here accusing you of putting your hands on them. So I'm going to need you to go sit down somewhere. And Evelyn, jumped in his DMs and let him know how she felt about it. And she reposted her pictures, which, listen, regardless of how you feel about Evelyn or not, that woman, he assaulted that woman. He assaulted her. Whether it was the first time, it doesn't matter. How many times? Let me ask y'all this. And when I say y'all, I don't mean y'all. I mean people. Why do people act like when somebody does it one time, it don't count? Well, it only happened that one time. But those will be the same people that will say to a woman, well, why did you stay? That man was beating you and you stayed. It's like, damn, you can't have it both ways. Either she's supposed to leave the first time the man put his hands on her, or vice versa, or it don't count until it happened more than once. Which one y'all want? It cracks me up when people be like, well, that's the first time he did it. Well, how many times was he supposed to do it? So it doesn't matter that Chad Ochocinco only did it once. Does it matter? He did it. He admitted that he did it. The pictures prove that he did it. So, but those will be the same people that when you on the other side, it'll be a woman who stayed in an abusive relationship for 2 or 3 years. They'll be like, well, why she stay? I don't understand why she stayed. Why she let that man beat on her like that? Oh my God. It's just like some people you just cannot make happy. And it frustrates me because it's like, You damned if you do and you damned if you don't. And I think that people allow their personal feelings about somebody to dictate whether they think something is right or wrong. You don't have to like Evelyn. You don't. You do not have to like that woman. But you also, it's not fair to make excuses for other people's bad behavior toward her. Yes, and Joe need to just be quiet. Joe Budden just need to shut up and be quiet. But Evelyn got his ass together, though. She did. You know, listen, again, people can say what they want to say about Evelyn, but Evelyn got his ass together. Exactly. She isn't an angel, but that doesn't negate what happened to her and what Chad did. Exactly, Prudence. I think the only thing about Chad and Evelyn's situation is that I'm not believing that Chad just went off the handle and headbutt his wife, but that's a fact that he went upside her hair. What? But it's a fact. Oh, but it's a fact that he went upside her head. Yeah, I mean, again, do I think they were sitting in there arguing? Sure, they were sitting in there arguing. I'm sure they were. She probably called him out his name. She might have said some real nasty stuff to him. But yeah. That's just like, again, just like when Meg was telling her story and she was like, I wasn't arguing. I wasn't raising my voice. Yes, you were. You was arguing. You was loud. You was belligerent. And it's okay. It doesn't excuse what the man did to you. You can say we was fighting. We was arguing. And I probably said some stuff that wasn't nice. Because it still doesn't justify that man taking out a gun and shooting at you, whether he shot at you or shot you. I'm not arguing that either. It does not excuse it. Same thing with Rihanna. People say, well, Rihanna, y'all know Rihanna, you know, she from the islands, you know, she got that, you know, she probably was cussing Chris Brown out. Okay. She may very well have cussed Chris Brown out and called him everything but a child of God. But you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't justify them pictures that I saw of what her face looked like. Joe messed with the right one or the wrong one, depending on how you look at it. I'm glad Ev got him together. And she did. She got him all the way together, child. And even Tahari jumped in the chat. And Tahari was like, I don't have no pictures, but he know what the hell he did to me. I said, oh, see, you didn't poke the bear. You didn't poke the bear. Sometimes it's okay to just be quiet. It's okay to be quiet. Anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. So tonight we have the season premiere of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know I'm going to get y'all that review before I go to bed tonight. Candy and the Gang, Bad Boys. I'm going to try to get y'all those 3 tonight. Don't quote me. I'm going to try to get them to y'all tonight. And that's what we got going on. I posted a couple of reviews before I went live. They're older reviews, but y'all go check those out too. Now, Rihanna said she was hitting on Chris, but Chris went overboard. Those pictures weren't no self-defense. Yeah. When does someone get to grow past the worst thing they ever done? I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, and I would hate to constantly be reminded of it. I agree with that part of it. I do. I agree with that part of it. And I think that unfortunately we just live in a world where social media has the document. Like the documents are always there. Like you can Google Rihanna, Chris Brown, and the first thing that's going to pop up are those pictures. It's unfortunate. That's the world we live in. Now, I don't hold it against Chris. Like, for a while, yeah, I was like, F Chris Brown. I ain't never listening to no more of his music, da-da-da-da-da. But I grew past it. You know what I'm saying? I moved past it. I do think there has to be a space for forgiveness. And I do think we have to acknowledge that they're not the same as they were 5 years ago. And I also think it's okay. It's okay for us to say, thank you, Prudence. I think it's also okay to say, listen, he made a bad decision in that moment. It doesn't make you a bad person. Do I think that Chad is a bad person? Absolutely not. He doesn't have a history of DV. There have been no other women, to my knowledge, there have been no other women that have come forward to say, hey, he did this to me, he did this to me, he did this to me. But in that moment, on that day with that person, he was abusive. And the reality of the situation is, ain't nobody bring it up but Joe. You see what I'm saying? Evelyn didn't bring it up. Chad didn't bring it up. They've been living. Matter of fact, Chad and Evelyn still talk. They're not friends. You know what I mean? They're not best friends. But I just think that Joe Budden, and that's what Evelyn's point was. Why are you bringing me up? Evelyn, that was Evelyn Lozada's whole point was, why are you putting me in this? You can have a conversation about Meg and Tori without bringing me up at all. I don't have nothing to do with this. Because I agree. At a certain point, I do think we need to move forward. And you should not. That was like what happened with Kevin Hart when he was going to host the Oscars. And they went and pulled up tweets from him from 10 years ago. And I'm thinking, wow, 10 years ago? Y'all really think he's the same person that he was 10 years ago? I mean, were the things that he said ignorant? They sure were. And they probably were very hurtful in that moment. But is he that person, though? So you're going to take away the biggest opportunity, something he said he dreamed of doing his whole life, over something he said 10 years ago? But I'm not gay. I'm not part of the LGBTQ community. So I kind of was like, I guess I had to sit this one out. But I felt like that was I just felt like that was a lot. The problem is a person has to actually admit wrong and atone for their actions. People want to move on without admitting that they were dead wrong. Also, when it becomes a pattern, yes. Now, now that's the truth too. When there's a pattern, and I do think there has to be some acceptance of the guilt. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I agree. Because y'all know I say that all the time over here. Like I'm not that person. Well, I try not to be, because I'm not perfect. I try not to be that person. There are some things, because again, there's a pattern. Sometimes there's a difference between I made a bad decision and this is who I am. Right? There's a difference between I made a bad decision and this is just who I am as a person. And then there's also such thing as people getting help. Like you can go to therapy for things and say, listen, I had anger management issues, but I went to therapy. And I'm better for it. I'm not that person anymore. Like all of those to me are factors. All of those are factors. Chris has such a beautiful voice, but his attitude and actions are just too. Yeah, I'm not a Chris Brown fan, but it's not because of what he did to Rihanna. I'm just not a fan, you know. But he's talented. I would never take that away from him. I'd never take that away from him. Yeah, I can't stomach Kevin Hart, but that was ridiculous what they did to him. The punishment was overkill. I agree. I think Kevin handled it wrong. He kept on pointing that he already apologized, but when we see it, it's not an apology. It was him not saying those things in the interest of business. Huh? Wait a minute. But then we see it's not an apology. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not. Hold on. He kept on pointing to that he already apologized, but then we see it's not an apology. It was him not saying those things in the interest of business. But he did apologize, though. That was the thing. He had apologized. He had apologized. He had. And again, like I said, I'm not LGBTQ, so I can't tell nobody how to feel. You know. Was that around the same time Kim Burrell and Ellen drama? Child, I don't remember. Don't get me lying. I can't remember all that stuff. I can't remember all the timelines. Anyway, let me go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to get my dinner and be ready by 8 o'clock, honey, so I could be front row and center for the Bravo mess tonight. And I will catch y'all on the other side. Mwah. There were the tweets in the stand-up. No, Kevin apologized 10 years ago when it came up the first time and then again for the Oscar. Right. I thought he had apologized. Good night, y'all. Good evening. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Bye. He kept referencing this video in which he said was an apology. It wasn't an apology. He said he would make jokes in the interest of business. He apologized later. Then he did apologize. You say he apologized later. Then he did apologize. He apologized. Anyway. All right. Good night, y'all.